Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Boy, what am I wearing all these clothes for? Okay, it's the last part of January 2016, and February is our coldest month down here in Guatemala, and this was the first cold day we've got. So yeah, it's still 9 o'clock in the morning, and the sun's out, and so it's really not that bad, but I'm still warming up. I got up super early this morning, so I've been cold all morning. But what the funny thing is, so here I am cold, and like I say, down here we don't get cold, and I get a comment, and they said that, or they asked me if third world countries, is there any third world country that the majority is white? And this is what I love. I tell you, I love honesty. That's one of the things that really pisses me off about the United States. We're taught to be colorblind, so you can't really say stuff. The people are so sensitive. You might hurt their feelings when you say something about their culture or their color. So so anyway, I thought it was interesting that he said that. And then when he said that, I started thinking, I'm not a world traveler. I mean, any place I can go, I can drive. So that, in other words, I've been pretty much stuck in the Western Hemisphere and the northern part, North America, Central and North America. So it's funny. So like I say, so I really don't know. I can't really tell you, but it does make me start thinking. And I was thinking, okay, is that a coincidence or what's going on? So I'm thinking about third world countries that you see on the news and you study in history and stuff like that, and I'm trying to think how many of them are majority white, and I can't think of it. To tell you the truth, I can't. Now, so, and I believe in reality. I don't get too wild and crazy on things. I try to think what exactly is going on. Like I say, I'm not religious, very spiritual. By now you figured that out. But I say I'm not man-made religions. I'm not too keen on, because like I say, they all come out with the same results, and that's control. They want to control you. And I say my family's Chinese, and they do a lot of superstition, and so they use superstition and religion to control people, especially in third world countries. And I don't think it's that prominent in the United States, but superstition really motivates people down here, because then again, down here, they got voodoo and all kinds of weird stuff. So superstition is a controlling point too, and it's a religion also. Well, it's not all of them, but some of them are. And so I'm trying to weed through all this BS and try to figure out, why is it like that? Why is there the white folk really, now let me think about it. Seems like the white folk are in the north, the northern part of the world. Okay, and so I want to reason this out with you, and you tell me where I'm wrong on this. So I'm thinking, okay, the white folk are on the northern part of the world. Where the equator is probably about in the way of an easy life. I've noticed the closer you get to the equator, in the Western Hemisphere anyway, the closer you get to the equator, the more comfortable life gets. It's less strenuous. Okay, why? Why would that be like that? Well, the way I see it, we have food. Remember we talked about the essentials in life: water, food, shelter, and security. And when the closer you get to the equator, well, water's everywhere. It's no big deal. Food is growing all the time. There's always something growing. And I say shelter. I'm going to have to show you one of these days about the shelter. Everything's concrete block for the upper people. And everybody else, they can live in anything they want to, or they don't need anything. Now I'm up in the mountain, clear up. I'm 9,500 feet, so it's cold here. You go down the mountain, and down the mountain's 45 minutes. You go down the mountain, it's warm, and those people, all they got is, tank tops and shorts and flip-flops. That's all they wear. And that's so shelter is not a big of a problem. And another thing that I've noticed is the people down here in Central America, all the way down to Panama, are very laid back. Not as much as islanders. Islanders are really laid back. But the people here are, like I say, it's illegal to hurt somebody, so people don't fight. They get along. The worst has been, but then again, they act a lot like tribal type, and I've talked about the tribal type mentality. They work as a group. Independent thinking doesn't blossom down here. Self-motivation, there isn't very much of that kind of stuff. Now I'm not sure if all of this is considered the American way. I'm not sure if that's what it is or not, because like I say, I was born and raised in Kansas, Oklahoma, and they're pretty independent, and just being in the United States, we've got opportunity, and the reason we have opportunity is we are not tribal. When you live as a tribal type thing, the society tells you what you can do and what you can't do. And so, United States, we don't have that. Okay. So, and I've noticed in the United States, well, pretty much this whole thing here, the further north you go, the weather's colder. Everything is seasonal, so you have to think and you have to plan, and so that's what I'm seeing that, and I'm taking it for granted it'd be the same thing. You get over in Europe and Russia and all that, the colder weathers, the colder climates, there's more planning, there's more preparation. You need to prepare for the cold weather. You need to think ahead. Down here, they don't think ahead. They're just, like I say, they live a very basic, simple life. They don't need much, they don't want much, and like I was talking about, the tribal type mentality, they're not expected to do much. That's why I'm saying, like I say, I'd say less than 10% of the people are the upper class, and like I say, more than 90% is they're very limited, and you can tell it in their thinking also. But the upper class that does the thinking and does the planning is still not equal to what goes on further north. You can see that in the immigrants that come up north from down here, go up there. You can see they try to keep the simple life, and it's hard to do it up north because of the weather change. And you can see the ones that really make good Americans are the ones that are independent thinkers, and they want to do something. They want to improve their lives. And you can see the minorities that don't want to do that. They're just there for the money. All they want to do is just work. They just want to labor. They're not improving their lives, really. They're not. They're just getting money. And that's one of the problems we had in the United States. A lot of people think improving your life, they put a dollar sign on improving their life. They don't understand really what opportunity means. And opportunity doesn't mean dollars. Dollars come when you do good with the opportunities that you get involved in. But like I say, I remember the days when people didn't chase the dollar. We enjoyed the opportunities we had to improve our lives, and we didn't put a dollar sign on it. Now they have to put a dollar sign on it, and let me show everybody how much dollars I got. So they put themselves in debt to get cars and houses and all kinds of crap, so they look like they have something. And but like I say, I say I haven't been to Russia or Europe yet, and so I really don't know if they're working the same way on that. I kind of think so. Like I say, the further south you go, you're going to find more of the non-white, and I would say the attitude is probably tribal. I'm just guessing, and that would also, and that kind of explains the Muslims, because the what I see of the Muslim, it's kind of tribal also. You know what I mean? Cut your hand off, cut your head off. This kind of. I mean, you do that in a tribal type mentality. So I would say. But like I say, I don't know for sure, but I would say there's probably more Muslims and more tribal type living further south. Now, not always, but like I say, when I think about Norway and the Vikings and stuff like that, I don't know that they do tribal type living or not. You know what I mean? Because they were great warriors, and a lot of your great warriors are tribal type mentality. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. I say I'm just going to have to work my way over there and start figuring all this stuff out. But I'm just talking about what I've experienced so far. But I would say, and so are the whites smarter? That's why we don't. That's why they don't have third world. They're not in third world countries, and that's why they control the third world countries. Are they smarter? I don't know. I kind of think so, but it's not because they're really smarter. I think that they are smarter. I'll tell you, they use their brains more. I'll put it that way. They use their brains more. But I think it's because they're more apt for the long-term thinking and planning. So that's what makes it appear like they're smarter. But like I say, throw them in the woods or in the jungle, the non-white, I would think, would have better survival skills. But that's because they were raised like that. They were raised to think now, do what they got to do now. You same thing. You take the jungle person and throw them up in the north, you know, they won't be able to make it through one winter. So, but anyway, that's just my thoughts. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.